Welcome to another short video where I show you how to do something really cool. And today what I'm going to show you is how to set up Hasura free tier so you can get a GraphQL server of your own using a free tier Postgres database on Heroku. So combining those forces together to get an awesome GraphQL server. And I'll show you a little bit about how to set up that initial server once you have all this running. The first thing that we'll need to do, if you haven't set up Heroku itself, if you don't have a Heroku account, check out this other video I made, which I'll link in the body of the message, or there will be a link on this video, depending on where the video is at and what is enabled. However, if you've already done that, we're going to continue as if you did. The first thing you want to do is sign up for the Hasura cloud, which if you have a Hasura account, you can just sign in on this page, or you can use Google or GitHub. Since being a developer, I have a GitHub account, I like to just use the GitHub OAuth and authenticate with GitHub. So I click that. I've set up an initial account already, so it bounced me directly in here. Now, being that I already have Heroku also set up, then I can just dive right into creating a server, which will also automatically create a database for me. Simply click Create Project. Click on Try with Heroku. It will go through a process, which it informs you of. The link to the Postgres server is given to you right here. So if you already have tooling you want to use to get into your Postgres server in other ways, you can grab that link and that'll get you connected. Click on Create Project, and that will create our Hasura server. And really that's it. It's that easy and that few actual steps. However, let's keep going. This provides some information about the server, the service, the region, IP, and other things like that. Team, environment variables, domains, and usage, right? So click on projects. You'll see this again. You can click on the gear to get back to that screen. But as soon as this is done initializing, which just takes a few seconds, you will then see Launch Console and also this link here, which you can copy and paste to get directly to the API. But let's click Launch Console, the known Hasura console. And you can go in, execute GraphQL statements via GraphQL and the other things that you can traditionally do with Hasura itself. For example, let's create a table real quick. This is one of the easiest ways to get started. Just go into the interface and simply create a table. We'll call this our cool new data storage. We'll give it an ID, set that as a UUID, tab over. You'll get the generate random UUID, which is always a good thing to use for a primary key. And then we'll just set up a name. That'll be text. And we will set it to be unique also. This will be cool new data storage of names. Set the primary key to ID. Scroll down. Click Add Table. And a few seconds later, boom, we'll have a table. There we go. If we click on the table, like so, you can then go about browsing rows, inserting a row, modifying, and taking other actions. Let's add a simple little piece of data. I'm going to add myself, Adrian Hall. Click Save, and then go back to Browse Rows, run a query of everything, and there's my data. I'm now in the database. So that's how easy it is to get started creating your own GraphQL server and then executing code against that GraphQL server. Now, of course, this is a GraphQL server, so we want to execute some GraphQL. So let's do a quick query and then talk about some of the immediate next steps that you should take when you set up a GraphQL server on the Hasura cloud. All right, so here in the console again, I've navigated to GraphQL and entered a simple query. This is the cool new data storage, which is the table that we just created. And I just want the name column from that table. So I'll execute that query and we have a result. Now you can click on the Explorer and it shows you this, and you can click and unclick the columns you want, even add an offset, a limit, and other characteristics without needing to know the actual GraphQL syntax to write that specific query. Comes in very handy to be able to use the Explorer to do that. In addition, you can go into here, and in the curly braces part, you can hit Control Space, and you also get autocomplete, which is a pretty standard GraphQL capability of the tool. So here I'll do that, and then open close braces, and again, Control Space, and ta-da, back to the same query basically, asking for the name column, execute, and I get the results.